Hi folks, welcome to Plumbing with Tim. Today we're in the southwest part of the county and we're at a brand new house. Last time I was here, this was nothing but dirt out here. Finally we got it in here, and our job today is to bring new water service from the meter to the house. All right, so there's the water meter. That is a service spigot that the contractors in here have been using to get fresh water to do stuff and everything. We got to start from here. We got to go up to the house. You see that? There is a shutoff valve up there, but none of this is connected down through here to the meter. A couple problems. First of all, I got a big block of concrete that's sitting there, and I think that that's part of the septic system. So we're going to have to go around and come back to the house. This ought to be fun. Hopefully it's not very hard to dig in. All right, so we did the rough in and stuff in here in the house. That's the shutoff valve with the spigot and stuff. We're gonna have to dig that all up. We're gonna have to trench around and over around that concrete and back over to where the service is, which is over there towards the van. As you can see, we're working uphill, and we're still trying to maintain about a foot deep. We almost got a trench about in place, and we're gonna have to shave it all down and then get a new pipe up to the house. It's cooking today. It's towards the end of July, and thankfully it's morning time still, but it is hot. So we're trying to get that trench dug as quick as we can, and then we can go ahead and put the line in. But it ain't hard digging, it's just we're digging uphill. So I'll get back to you once we get that cleared out. All right, so I wanted to kind of save you a little bit of the boredom of watching a couple grown men dig a trench and stuff like that. And also we had kind of a hang up because we had an inspector show up and he was watching us and all that stuff. So I had to kind of cut it short on some of that stuff. But he's gone now, and I'll show you where we're at this point. All right, as you can see, we've taken out that little service spigot they had here, and we've tied it in. We ran 1-inch PVC all the way up to the house. Now we are at that point and we're ready to hook in to copper. And we're gonna put a service spigot up there so the other trades, while they're working on a home, can have water. Now, before you guys all butcher me up in the comments about why didn't you dig a deeper trench? Well, this is a foot deep. And remember, we are in East Central Florida and we don't have a frost line. But as long as it's at least a foot deep, we're good to go. All right, so our PVC is up to this point and we got to attach the copper. Now that copper, when we roughed this in, one of our other plumbers, that's not deep enough. I need to cut this. I'm going to put a T in here with a spigot for the other trades and stuff like that, and then bring it down as soon as it gets down low enough, make a bend and turn it into PVC. And the copper that we're going to be using for that is type L. That piece off of there, and we'll put a T in there, and where we'll put a spigot for the other services. Okay, so that's what we're working with right there. That piece is going to go down under the ground. All right, and the top piece is going to connect to this T, which we're going to put a hose bib on for the service for the other trades that are working here. I'll let that cool down, and then we're going to thread 3/4 by 1 inch male adapter, so we can convert that over to the 1 inch PVC that's coming from the meter. Nice and easy. Let's not cross that thread anything here. Get that 3/4 male adapter by 1 inch. There she goes. Now that's what you're not going to see under the ground, is that fitting right there. Go ahead and tighten that up and we're ready to solder that thing up to the main. Just like that. See that? Nice. About there. She's moving around a little bit there. Let's get this in too. Now the copper's done, we're just going to tie the PVC. And what we got? Purple primer. It's what the inspectors want to see. If they don't see that purple primer, they're going to fail you thinking you didn't clean the pipe properly. I'm going to glue this 90 on first. We got plenty of flexibility and movability for our pipe to connect and stuff, so we're not really in a tight squeeze. Remember, this is a new construction. Let's get that 90 on there. Right about in there. Grease it up good. All right. Get in there nice. Final connection. Let's get that in there. There it is. And hold it set so it doesn't squeeze itself back out. Like I said, it might look a little crooked right this minute, but it'll all work itself out. We got plenty of room to stuff moving around. Get inside that other fitting in there real good. Now we got to pull that fitting together. Get it on there. There it is. There it is. All the way on. Just like that. Nice and easy, no cross threading. Remember, this is for the other trades. This house isn't ready to be moved into. See, we got a hose bib up here already when it was built. This is so these other guys can get some water while they're working, like the painters and the stucco guys and all that other stuff. There you have it. Transitioned over from PVC and up into copper. There's the service for the other contractors. The water main shut off. We're going to tape that off so those guys aren't tempted to turn that on inside, because the inside is not ready for water pressure. And then the other spigot that's there. All nicely done. All the way out to the city. that's all the time we got for this one. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Not the most exciting video by any means. A couple things I hope you took away from this in case you don't know. A lot of you already do, some of you up and coming newer plumbers and stuff like that. When you're doing a water main service to a house, whether it's new like this or you're replacing it and it's in need of an inspection, always make sure to use your purple primer. The inspectors want to see that. And when you're doing your backfill, make sure that you do not cover up those glue joints. The inspector wants to see that as well. Second of all, we live here in the deep south, which means it's not required for me to dig 2 feet deep to bury a water line, because we have no frost line whatsoever down here. It never gets that cold. And third but not last, the reason for bringing that copper up out of the ground instead of the PVC is inspection purposes. Second of all, the PVC in time with the elements and the sun is going to dry rot, crack, and fail. And by bringing the copper up above ground to the service to the house, you're also ensuring a little bit better protection on a harder piece of pipe against lawnmowers, weed whippers, and other people. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching. Until next time, it's been Plumbing with Tim. Keep plumbing.